Pop! Specifically Michael Jackson, the king of pop. He is somebody who has played a pretty large role in my life ever since, honestly, his death. I sort of got into his music, him as a personality. He wasn't really on my radar before. So much so that I've even read Moonwalk, which is his sort of self-reflection. It's a biography of sorts. He was instrumental in writing it, but he didn't actually pen it himself. He sort of dictated what he wanted in it, and that was that. But we're not talking about that today. We are talking about this book right here. And I know what you're thinking. Ha, Reed, I thought we were talking about the king of pop, not the king of pop! But this is actually a Michael Jackson book, an archive of sorts. Now, let me take you back to the year 2017. I have a photo to accompany this. So, this right here is a photo of this book in a Goodwill shopping cart. My girlfriend and I at the time were at a local Goodwill, and we happened to look down the aisle where they keep like all the old photo albums and empty binders and things, and I saw this one sitting there, and I was just charmed by the puppies, really, because I love dogs. I mean, that's, who doesn't love dogs? And then I very quickly realized that there was stuff inside this book, and not only stuff, but Michael Jackson stuff. Now, let's open it up and I will give you the tour. So this first page is kind of a mess because there's basically a bunch of photos of Michael Jackson. A lot of them have sort of come undone over the years, but I'm going to get them out real quick. There's like a handful of them. I think there's like 7 here. And they're pretty much all Polaroids, but this one here is pretty neat because it's a postcard. And you can see the tape there on the back is really old. And on the other side, you can get an idea of how these were sort of laid out originally because these have maintained their place on the page, but we've got young MJ up there singing. There's some Billie Jean style there, you can tell because the tile underneath of him is lit up. And Michael Jackson, best in the world. I assume that some of these came from the Michael Jackson fan club that used to run, maybe still does run, I don't really know. Moving on, there are some other pictures of Michael at, I guess, the Grammys, judging by the one he's holding there in his hand, and I think that's Quincy Jones next to him, who I know he worked with very closely. And there he is on the left, just looking boss, just looking like MJ do, like he do, you know, with the chains and glitter and all that good stuff. There are also other artists in this book. Now, these guys here, let me refresh my memory. K-Sweat, BBD, and J. Gill. And the only reason I know that is because there's a ticket stub in the back who has those names on it, so I assume that that's who these people are. Hey, their pictures are in here, so this person must have had some kind of good taste to throw them in, because they've also got Prince here. And if it isn't obvious, I really like Prince. Do you know who this is? We'll give you a hint. He's one of the year's most popular stars, and he's in the middle of a nationwide sellout tour, which you can read all about on page 74. So, I guess this is from a magazine. So that's this little thing, and then on the back, I don't know, that's somebody's neck.
Oh, it's my neck.
Here is another one of those guys that I mentioned before. Again, I don't really know who he is. I'm sorry, you look like you have a nice face and clearly have a nice body, so... Free, inside this package, 4 Jackson stickers to start your collection, and it is just a cardboard cutout. I think this might be from like a cereal box or something. Here we have a Michael Jackson Topps, I think just like playing cards package. It says it included 3 super gloss photo cards, 3 stickers, and 1 stick of bubblegum. Haha, the best and simultaneously the worst bubblegum. The Jackson story, the broken guitar string, and there's all the Jacksons there. Well, the Jackson 5, I guess. There's them recording, and there they are. I don't even know what that is. It's like they're sitting on a crane or something, like being lifted up. Oh, okay. It says, read more Jackson's history on the other Kellogg's packages and in this collector's sticker album. So this could have easily come on like a box of Cheerios or something like that. And there's Chapter 5, The Peacock is Perfect, and Chapter 6, A Victory Celebration. That is a fantastic album that I actually also found at a Goodwill for like $1. The Jackson Victory album is fantastic. Definitely recommend it. As well as like Michael Jackson's entire discography. He really does not have any bad songs in there. And on the next page, we've got a couple of these Jackson stickers advertisements. I think these would have been from the same cereal boxes because they're like these cardboard things. I wish I knew who this belonged to. There's no names or anything in there. So that's unfortunate, but, you know, it's in good hands now because I keep it in a very prominent place in my office here on a shelf with all of my, like, sentimental things, like my journals and stuff. Because I think this is, like, a very unique piece of history, and I feel very fortunate to have stumbled upon it. So this is probably the coolest part of the whole book. We have some ticket stubs from the tours that I assume that this person went to. So we've got the Janet Jackson Rhythm Nation tour from June of 1990. Do love some Janet. She definitely got this family's talent. And there's K-Sweat, BBD, and Jay Gill, who I assume are the guys from before. I don't really know. This is really the cool part. Jackson Victory Tour, which is that album I was mentioning before. 1984, September 7th, rain or shine. And it cost $28 to see the Jackson 5. Yeah, it's really neat, and I believe if I can find it, I'll even throw in a clip here of, like, that specific performance, or that weekend of performances, right here. Look at that. It's good. It's good. It's good music. Michael Jackson, who emerged from the wings at a Sugar Babies performance in LA to embrace Ann Miller and Mickey Rooney, while some of the babies below seemed suitably impressed by the thriller in their midst. I'm not sure what the Sugar Babies is. I'll put it in right here. Oh, wow! Look! The gift of knowledge. I just love their faces. I would probably be doing the same sort of thing if Michael Jackson was in the flesh right next to me. Especially because, like, he's dead now, so that would be exceptionally strange. There's Michael Jackson on the left there from I guess just a newspaper advertisement probably, and there he is looking just so sassy with his face like that. And here are just two full-page newspaper clippings of Michael. Yeah, these are definitely really neat to see, and I actually have some Michael Jackson newspapers up there in storage from when he died, and I've got like a Prince one from when he died. I collect some newspapers. I collect a lot of things, if it wasn't already obvious. The Jackson Tour. Behind-the-scenes frenzy turns into a thriller, plus an exclusive look at the new LP. I'm not sure what new LP that would be. Really can't say. And here's MJ rocking a little bit of the stash. Just a little bit. There's the amazingly famous glove that he would wear, that sequin glove. And it's holding some tickets from the Victory Tour. There's MJ up in the top with his brothers. He's looking a little salty, actually. And the last page, very appropriate, is a newspaper clipping of the Thriller album, or from the Thriller album, I should say. And it's MJ standing there with some of the zombies, and they look kind of terrifying, some more than others. It says, bonus pinup, Michael Jackson in Thriller. And I guess that's this. I don't really know. That's the end of this really short scrapbook that somebody lovingly put together and held on to for years. I know this is kind of a random thing. I've been meaning to cover this book for a long time. Ever since I started We Read Books, I knew that I wanted to cover this book. So the day hath come, I guess. Put some MJ on today, you know? Treat yourself to some good music. Speaking of, Dangerous is my favorite MJ album. And that's the last thing I'm going to say. Yep. Well, that's going to do it for us today, friends. Thank you very much for watching. It is greatly appreciated. If you enjoyed this sort of thing, feel free to drop a like or subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this in the future, because we got more of it. I can promise you that. You can also visit us at wereedbooks.com or check us out on the Instagram and the Twitters at wereedbooks. And, yeah, I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching, friends, and I do hope that you will join me the next time we read something together. Ta-ta.